Hey guys, I wanted to come on and talk to you about sticker paper and printable vinyl. Okay, so if you have questions about heat transfer vinyl or on permanent and removable vinyl or fabric transfers like pin and gear, then I have separate tutorials on my YouTube channel on the playlist. If you go to my playlist and click on crafts, then you'll find those tutorials. But right now, I'm going to talk about sticker paper and printable vinyl. All right, move this out my way. All right, so first off, I'm going to bring up permanent vinyl, or I'm going to say removable vinyl one more time. One thing I'm going to say about it is, regardless to what color this is, we're going to pretend that this was white. And this is removable vinyl, but we're going to pretend that it's white. If you were to walk into, let's say, Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and you pick up the plain sheet of paper, excuse me, that's removable vinyl or even permanent vinyl, and it looks like this, maybe let's say it's white, okay? You cannot print on it, okay? So I don't care how you slice it or how you dice it, you cannot print on it. It is not for printing, it is for cutting only, okay? What will happen is if you attempt to print on this, of course, I couldn't put this into my printer because it's coming off of this roll. But if I had the flat one and I put it in my printer, what's going to happen is it's never going to dry. And as soon as you put your finger on the ink, it's going to smear because this printable and removable vinyl like this or on the plain sheets, they're not made for printing. They're only made for cutting. Okay, so that's first and foremost. The next thing I'm going to talk about is if you do have a desire to, let's say, print on vinyl, okay, then there is what we call printable vinyl. And it's going to look like this, okay? This is the packet that you want to get. There's also a packet in Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Joann's that has like a green and white notepad. If you have a laser printer, go for it. But if you have an inkjet printer, do not buy that. Okay, it's not going to work in your inkjet printer. This is the one that is specifically made for inkjet printers. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, so this is what you're going to be looking for. And on the top, it's going to tell you right here. Let me see if you can see that printable vinyl. Okay, it's printable vinyl, and it's going to look just like a sheet of paper, but it's vinyl. It's not paper. Okay. So if it were to get wet, it's not going to smear and all that good stuff because it's vinyl, okay? It's not paper. So this is what you want to get if you want to be able to print on vinyl. They do have what you call printable vinyl. You can get this at Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's. I find it more so at Michael's and Hobby Lobby than I do anywhere else. And I'm not a big shopper of Joann's because it's too far from my house, and I got Michael's and Hobby Lobby really close to me. They don't sell this at Walmart unless they just started within the last couple of days. They don't sell it at Walmart, but you could also order it off of Amazon. But again, it's printable vinyl. So you see how they have like a little planner here, you know, little notepads and whatever kind of little container this is. And then they print it directly onto the vinyl. And then they just peeled it off and stuck it, you know, cut out the shape they need and then stuck it on to whatever they want to stick it on. That's how you can actually print on vinyl. Okay, this is printable vinyl. This is not. Okay, your permanent and removable vinyl is not for printing, it's for cutting only. Okay, now there's also what we call paper. So you also have sticker paper. So this is Astro Designs. You can get this at Walmart, craft supply stores. But Astro Design, you can also print directly on this and then place it on whatever you want to place it on. Okay. But this, if it gets wet, it's going to smear or have blotches on it because it's not vinyl, it's paper. Okay. So even though it has a sticky backing for you to peel off, and place it on whatever you want to, this right here, you don't want to get water on, okay? Or if you apply epoxy to it, then the chances are you're going to have some blotch spotches in your design, and that's because this is not made to get wet. Okay, so this is sticker paper, and then this is printable vinyl. This one can get wet, this one should not. Okay, now if you've had luck with using the sticker paper, the Astro designs, and it did not get wet or did not blotch, kudos to you. Okay, but it's not made for that. All right, so if you're doing a project, let's say you're doing a mug, a tumbler, and you want to print off a design. You want to print off a design, put it in your cutting machine, cut it out, and then put it on your tumbler, all fine and dandy, using the sticker paper. But once you put that epoxy on top of it, chances are you're going to have some blotches, and you're not going to be able to fix that. Okay, once you put that epoxy on it. However, if you do the same thing with your printable vinyl, it's going to work like a charm. Okay, so there is a difference between printable vinyl and sticker paper. Yes, they both will stick to whatever you want to adhere it to. Yes, they will. Here is all going crazy. Yes, they will, but one can get wet and one cannot, or should not, shall I say. Okay, so both of these you put in your inkjet printers. Both of these are for inkjet printing. So I'm going to move here so you can see. This is my inkjet printer. Okay, and then the big one over here, it was an inkjet printer. That's my Epson Work 7720 that I changed over to sublimation. Okay, so because I want to do sublimation, I had to have two printers. Okay, because I want to still continue to do inkjet printing. And once you change your sublimation printer over to, or once you change your inkjet printer over to sublimation, you can no longer use it for inkjet printing. Okay, so that's why I have my little small HP inkjet printer, and then I now have my sublimation printer. Okay, so both of these papers you would use for inkjet printing. Again, do not purchase the ones, if you have an inkjet printer, do not purchase the ones that have the little green and white little notepad on the front of it. It's kind of like polka dots. Do not purchase that if you have an inkjet printer. It is not going to work in your inkjet printer, and that's because it's only made for laser printers. Okay, so if you have a laser printer, you can purchase that, but do not purchase it if you have an inkjet printer. Trust me, I bought it before I learned how to do all the stuff that I can do now. I learned the hard way. It was cheaper, and it said printable vinyl, so I bought it, and it would not fit in my inkjet printer because it's too thick. Okay, so don't chance it, guys. It's not gonna work. Take it from me. Trust me. That paper, that printable vinyl that's made specifically for laser, does not work in your inkjet printer. Okay. So once you put these in your printer and print out whatever design you want to print, you want to make sure you then put it into your cutting machine. It's going to have that black line around it. Okay, it's going to have that black line around it, which tells Cricut that it's supposed to print it out first and then cut it. Okay, so you're always going to end up with that black line if you're using Cricut Design Space for a print project. All right, so this is vinyl and sticker paper. It is not to be confused as just permanent or regular vinyl. The reason I'm doing these tutorials, guys, is to help you all because I learned the hard way, which was just by doing, because I didn't have a lot of people that were just willing to share information. So that's why I'm doing these quick tutorials to kind of help you to understand. And I don't want to combine them all because your question may not be about HTV or your question may not be about permanent or removable vinyl. So I'm trying to make them specific to what your question may be and help you to understand them. Also, when you're using these, you do not mirror. Okay, when you're using Astro sticker paper or printable vinyl, you do not mirror. Okay, and you don't mirror because these do not require heat. However you print them out is exactly how it's going to go onto your tumbler or your coffee mug or whatever you're going to be placing them on. So do not mirror when you're using your printable vinyl and your Astro sticker paper. And again, pull this back out. Regardless to what color that vinyl, and I've told you guys in the previous tutorial on permanent and removable vinyl how to tell the difference between HTV and permanent removable vinyl. I've shown you or talked to you about how to tell the difference. This is not made for printing. Okay, I don't care if it's white, it is not made for printing, and it is not made to iron on to anything. It is not made for heat. Okay. So those are the things to keep in considerate or to take into consideration when you're working with. And I just threw, I just threw that vinyl. It's not made for. It's not made for printing. Okay. Um, but yeah, so I just wanted to jump on and talk about the printable vinyl and sticker paper and show you what it looks like so you don't accidentally buy the one that is made for laser jet printers, and to help you to understand what it's used for, and to understand that sticker paper, you're going to end up with blotch spots. It's going to look like a wet spot that you cannot get out. Okay, that's going to end up on your sticker paper if you use that with epoxy. And then the printable vinyl, you won't have any blotch spots because it's vinyl. So if it gets wet, it's not going to matter. Okay. All right, guys. If you are currently in my Facebook group, Ken Dorsey's Cricut and Creative Crafters, I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of my group. If not, and you would like to become a member of my Facebook group, then just send me a request again to Ken Dorsey's Cricut and Creative Crafters. And if you're currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want to thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. And if not, you're seeing my tutorials for the first time, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And always hit that bell notification in the top right-hand corner, because then you'll be made aware anytime I upload any tutorials to YouTube. There was one other thing I wanted to mention, and I forgot what it was. Can't remember now. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being subscribed to my channel for those that are. And as always, my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great day. Bye.